First and foremost, how do you feel after tonight's game?
That's interesting. You know, it was a long day coming into this, finishing up in Tampa last night, packing up, getting on the plane early this morning and coming over. So a little fatigued, but other than that, everything went really well. You know, got 7 innings in right field today, got some work in the cage with the hitting coaches here, and got a lot of talking done, managing staff, the coaching staff, the players. So it was a good day.
How much more time do you think you need yourself to get back up to the big leagues?
Well, it's interesting. Today puts me at 28 at-bats and about, I think, just under 30 innings on defense. So I still need a little bit because today's my first back-to-back games over 5 innings, you know, both of them at 7 innings. So I know I'm going to have a little something coming in tomorrow, whether it is a little slow start to warm up or a little soreness. And that's you know, that's understandable. You got to get that stuff. But I haven't had it yet, so I have to get it here versus getting it up, you know, in New York. Hopefully whenever that day comes, then everything just rolls through smoothly.
A couple of specific things about tonight's game. The one play to your left, the double that you cut off, when you threw the ball, any discomfort, any problem?
It's interesting. The funniest thing about the injury right now is anything I do soft, that's when I feel it. If I'm max effort on anything, you know, going full speed, I don't feel anything. So game speed throws, throwing to the bases in batting practice, hitting in batting practice, hitting in the game is all good. The first warm-up throw, the first swing off the tee, that's when I get a little bit for some reason, and we still don't know why that is.
The other thing is in the 3rd inning, you broke your bat on a ground out to second base. Anything there? Because I know a broken back could hurt when you don't have a broken bone that's healing.
It's the first time I did it. I caught it off the end, so it was a good spot to get it. Plus, it wasn't that cold today. Eventually, it was going to have to happen, so the fact that it did happen on that particular one, actually, you know, no pain or no issue at all.
On your way back up, you're getting looked at in left field, center field, and right field. What's your comfort level in the corner outfield positions as you head back up?
The thing is, I've played them all before, and it's been a while since I've played them, but once I get back out there, get some reads. Today was the first night game, so that was another thing, too. I haven't had a night game since last year, you know, so all those different things I have to get underneath my belt. So that was great, the chance to see the twilight ball. Luckily, I didn't get one hit to me, but sooner or later, that's going to happen. Being in the corners and also having the lights to deal with. You normally don't have that over in center field, and obviously in Yankee Stadium, we got a lot more to deal with. So obviously, here in Scranton, you get a couple. But it's going to be a lot of different tests to get myself ready to go to whatever outfield position Joe happens to put me in.
Putting all those factors into it, does the injury creep into your head when you're dealing with all these new factors that you haven't dealt with before?
Not really. The only thing is I just got to get timing in everything, and that means at bats, innings, balls off the bat, whatever it happens to be that I haven't had a chance to get yet. You know, it's sitting here in May, and I compare myself to everyone else in terms of innings played at bats, and I'm well behind all those guys, so I got to get caught up.
How frustrating was it, I mean, in your first at-bat in spring training, to go through this and have to go through all the rehab to get back up there?
I always look at all the positives. The great thing is it happened when it did, so a majority of the weeks of the recovery were during spring training, you know, instead of missing 10 weeks during the course of the season, the middle or the end. So if you want to get injured at one point, you know, hopefully the beginning is the best. Plus, when I got a chance to start the rehab, I was able to go to extended spring training, get multiple at-bats quickly versus waiting until later on in the season where you can't do that just as easy.
Watching from afar, how satisfying has it been? The team won again today in second place, and maybe a half game out as we speak. So how satisfying has that been for you?
It's great. The one thing that I've noticed being over here at the Yankees for this past 4 seasons is they always do a great job of having a deep roster. You know, guys go down, which are a part of the game. You got to have somebody that can step in at a moment's notice, but also feel comfortable with everybody to have the ability to step in. And sure enough, Girardi and the front office here at the Yankees have done that again here in 2013, and everybody's been coming in. There's not one guy doing it, so you can't go ahead and say we got to get this guy out. It could be this guy today, this pitcher tomorrow, this catcher the next day. Everybody's ready to step up.
You have to go through this. It's a part of the rehab process, but how much are you itching to get back up there?
I'm excited to get back, but mentally I know I got to be ready. It's one of those things where I can't go up there and say, let me go ahead and take a couple pitches and do this, that, and the other, because when we jump up against the AL East, they're going to be gunning for us, and it's got to be 100% no matter what that happens to be. So whenever that day comes, both the team and myself will be ready, and we'll go up and hit the ground running.